Hi, I'm Janelle McGuire, and this is 7 Secrets to a Successful Giveaway to Grow Your Email List, where I'm taking you behind the scenes of the giveaway that I just hosted and giving you some wisdom to grow your business, whether or not a giveaway is the right next step for you. So I'm also going to help you figure that out in this video series. But first, today, with video number 1, we have the 3 biggest lessons that I learned from hosting my recent giveaway where I doubled my email list and I grew my business. So I'm really excited to share these 3 big lessons with you. Okay, lesson number 1. The fortune really is in the follow-up. So I want to, you probably heard this saying before, but it's true. You gotta follow up. You gotta, keep putting yourself out there and remind people who you want to be involved in their life, whether it's asking people to be your client or customer, or in the example that I'm going to show you, I was asking partners like strategic alliances and joint venture partners to partner with me to give the gifts in my giveaway. So I'm going to give you an example of what it took to get all the partners on board. But first, just to give some kind of background, because I'm realizing right now that you might not know what I mean by partners. So here's what I mean by partners. We had, goodness gracious, we're off to a great start. Okay. Here's the giveaway website, mompreneurgifts.com, that I put together for the recent giveaway. And I had 36 contributors give gifts in this giveaway. So here we've got 3 of the contributors, and the rest of the 33 partners that I had in this giveaway are listed on this page. So I want to show you how the fortune really is in the follow-up, using the example of what it took to recruit these 36 amazing contributors to the giveaway. All right, so let's move on here. So 84, what is this magic number 84? I reached out to 84 amazing mom entrepreneurs who had free gifts ready to give to you, to people who participated in the giveaway and got those free gifts. So I reached out to 84 people with my initial invitation of like, hey, so-and-so, I love what you're up to. I see that you have this awesome free gift available. I would love to have you involved as a contributor in my giveaway. Here's what it'll look like. Are you in? Sounds simple enough, right? So I was honestly, at first, I was expecting like everyone out of those 84 people to write back right away and say, of course I'm in, this sounds amazing, sign me up. Because I knew that my giveaway was awesome and that it was a great opportunity for people to be involved in. So I was very surprised when, after my first invitation went out to those 84 people, and it was individualized, personalized email. It wasn't like a big mass email that was, like you're just like, fill in the blanks. It was very personalized message to each of these 84 people. So I was very surprised when only 3 people said, yes, count me in. I'd like to be a contributor after that first email invitation. But I wasn't going to quit because I had a big vision. So I followed up. And through the follow up that I did, voila, like you saw, we had 36 amazing contributors on the final giveaway platform. And it was an awesome collaboration with those 36 amazing mom entrepreneurs. So I wanted to share with you about the follow-up. How did this work? Like, what did it take in order to actually get from 3 people saying yes after the initial invitation to multiplying that to 36 people? Okay, so the first thing that I did was I opened the conversation on Facebook Messenger. Like I said, these were all very personalized messages. I'm not a big fan of copy paste bulk messages that don't respect the relationship between two individuals. I get that it's a time saver, but I prefer to take the extra bit of time and make it personal. So anyways, message number one was a short conversation opener. And if the person responded and said, yeah, I'm interested to hear more about what it would mean to partner with you and contribute to this giveaway, then I sent them the invitation. And this was an email, and I didn't realize that it was super complicated. So I'm the type of person that likes to think things through and think of every angle and try to get every detail in there so that if anyone has any questions, it's all there. And it's just like so much to read, and people don't have time for that. So this invitation, I'm calling it version A. I thought it was going to be version 1 and only, but I soon realized, wow, this is way too complicated. And I'm still only getting, like I said, those 3 people who were like, yeah, I'm in. And the rest of the people were just like, I'll get back to that email later, probably, I'm guessing. So if there was no reply, so remember we had 84 people. So if they did not reply to my first invitation email, I sent them a new one, which after I realized my mistake, I was like, okay, this needs to be simpler. So version B. So this one was a simpler email. It had the top 2 frequently asked questions for my giveaway from the contributor standpoint at the very top. And this one had a lot more people following through and saying yes. I would say at this point, we were probably at maybe 10 contributors who were in. So that still is less than halfway there to the final 36. So there's a few more messages that I put together to show you that the fortune is in the follow-up. So if there was still no reply at this point, because I had a vision of having like 50 contributors, and so only having 10 at this point, I was still like, come on, we got more to go. I want to see this growing more. So if there was no reply to this one, I was like, okay, I can make this super simple. I call this one version C, and it was basically a done for you. So instead of asking the contributor to send me a bunch of things like their headshot, their gift link, their gift description, I basically did the research and said, hey, I know where I can find your headshot, usually Facebook or their website. I know where your gift link is because I looked it up, and I copy pasted the description from that page. So basically all I need from you is to say, yes, I want in, use my stuff. So that's the one that I call version C. It's the done for you. And after I sent that one out, I got lots more people saying yes to contribute. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick. Okay, so the actually simple done for you version C email invitation, that one got so many more contributors lined up. I'd say we were probably at like 27 at that point. And like I said, I envisioned 50. So the gap between the 27 that had signed on at this point and the 84 contributors that I was hoping to recruit was still a pretty big gap. So I was still gonna push forward and see if I can get more people involved. Okay, so what did I do? If at this point the contributor hadn't replied to any of my invitations, then I was just done. So to reiterate, anyone who had gotten emails from me inviting them to contribute had said yes, they were interested in hearing more from that first conversation opener on Facebook Messenger. So I wasn't just spamming them. If they did not reply to this initial conversation opener, I was not emailing them. but I didn't want to leave those people behind. So I had a circle back reminder towards the very end. It was like a couple days before I was finalizing the lineup. And so I sent a message to everyone who had not responded on Facebook Messenger and said, hey, wanted to make sure that you saw this. I'd love to have you involved. I'm confirming my lineup tomorrow. And I did get some more people being like, oh, good to know that there's a deadline. And if they said that they were interested, then I gave them version C. I went straight to the simple version to make it easy for them to sign on. And so from continuing to follow up and give people multiple chances to say that they're interested or reminding them of deadlines and making it easy for them, we went from 3 people contributing to, let's see, we had 3 people contributing after version A, around 10 people after version B, 27 or so after version C, and then circling back to those people who had never responded in the first place, which it would be easy to give up and not follow through, circling back to them, those people who said that they were interested were invited by email, and then we got all the way to 36 contributors, which, you know, after the fact, I'm realizing was really huge. That's like a lot of people to have involved in a giveaway. And in the current climate that we're in, there's so many free things online that some of the feedback that I got was even that maybe the giveaway was too big. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't reach my goal of having 50 contributors. Okay, so I hope you got something out of seeing how much follow through that I did just to get contributors on board. And that's the message. The fortune really is in the follow up. You know, if I had been too afraid to ask again, it would have been me and 3 of my friends. But instead, it was 36 of my friends. So it was awesome. Okay, so the fortune is in the follow up. This lesson rings true every step of the way, everywhere in business. So, you know, I had to follow up and follow through during the marketing period of the giveaway. In order to have people even coming to the website to get the free gifts that we had, you know, curated in a collection for our guests. And then after the giveaway, I had to continue to follow through and nurture that new email list that I had grown. So a lot of people had entered their name and email to see all the free gifts. And now it was my responsibility to continue to follow up with them, to continue to add value. Oh, one fun thing I wanted to share with you. Let me see if I can pull my notes up here. Okay, so yeah. So you know, after the giveaway ended, I had exerted so much energy in putting together this event and doing the daily marketing because the goodie bag, the giveaway was open for over a week. And so I was doing daily marketing and, you know, keeping the mojo strong with the contributors so that they would continue marketing it so that we can have more people show up to receive the gifts. And after the giveaway ended, I had like an energetic hangover. I was like kind of exhausted from all of the work that I had done, and I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect it. But I knew that I had to continue to communicate with these people who had now joined my email list as a result of the giveaway. So I found in myself an authentic place to communicate from with a message that felt timely and valuable. And what did that result in? A new $500 client for me. So that was following, the fortune is in the follow-up. That was the very first email that I sent my email list after the giveaway had ended. So I really want to encourage you, even when you're, you know, tired or exhausted, continue, obviously take care of yourself, but continue to follow up, continue to show up, because that's where the fortune is. It's in the follow-up. So I think you've got that lesson by now. Alrighty, so what's next? Lesson number 2. Paid versions of tools are primo. I really recommend investing in some good tools to do the job. So you don't really need that many tools to do business online these days, and there's so many great options, and I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of the free options that are available right now. Like, for example, I'm using the free version of Zoom to record this webinar, and I put together my slide deck that you're looking at in Google Documents, which is a free account that I have. I don't even use the paid Google Suite. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with free tools, but there's a couple tools that I use that getting the paid version made all the difference. So I'm going to tell you about those. Okay, let me move my little self over here. All right, so I used MailChimp in order to build my website, which is a new feature for them. And I also use them to manage my email list. So that is my referral link there. If you want to give MailChimp a try, you can type in that ridiculous eapearl.com/G5QIQX and give MailChimp a try. They have, like I said, their new website builder. It has some limitations, to be sure, but they're doing a promotion where you can get a free domain name for like 5 years. So it's worth checking out if you want to, try a new tool. Like I said, there are limitations. I'm not a brand partner for them. So if you're interested to know about some of my critiques about the product and what I like about the product, you can, email me and I'll tell you about it. So I use MailChimp. And one thing about MailChimp, they have a great free account, but I upgraded to the paid account because you can get tech support like, instantly. So it's so worth it not to have to try to figure something out all by yourself, get frustrated, waste time when tech support is right there at your fingertips and you can just type your question and a real person is on the other side to help you. It just saves so much time and headache. I used it at least twice during this process, and it was definitely worth the very minimal cost. Okay, another thing that had very minimal cost was Canva. If you don't know about Canva, I'm sure you do because it's very popular. But Canva is an online graphic design platform. It's very easy to use, and they have some really cool tools in their premium account that are worth checking out that can save you a lot of time. So this is my Canva referral link. So you can go ahead and type that in if you want to check out Canva, if you've never checked it out before. And I'm not even really sure what I get out of the referral link, probably some credits or something. But I figure if I'm telling you about these resources, might as well share my referral links, right? Okay. And then the last tool, it's not really a tool, but it's still something important that I want you to think about, because I imagine if you're watching this video, you're probably a solopreneur who's working either on your own or with a very small team. And something that helps me so much is being in really strong business mastermind communities. So this is a picture from a retreat that I went to with Kendra Thornbury, who is one of my absolute favorite business coaches. She's amazing. But I'm a member of 3 business mastermind communities, and man, like having that support of people who understand the entrepreneurial life and who are going to encourage you every step of the way and are going to remind you to keep going when you don't feel like keeping going, that is priceless. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that if you don't have a community like that, it's time to start thinking about getting one. Okay. Next, lesson number 3 kind of relates a little bit to what I was sharing about the business mastermind community. You will face challenges, period. Period. I was looking in my notes from when I was putting together this big giveaway, and I found a note in my journal that said, I'm frustrated with myself for choosing to do a big project instead of choosing to do nothing. And yeah, I can understand why I was frustrated with myself, but I knew it was a fleeting moment and something that I wanted to acknowledge, and that I had to acknowledge that in order to move beyond that. But I'm so glad that I moved past that point of frustration and kept going, because the giveaway was such a massive success for me. It was not easy to do. And I was faced with challenges, every day of putting it together. And speaking of which, have you seen this graphic from Derek Halpern? It's pretty popular on social media. It's a day in the life of an entrepreneur, and you might wake up feeling excited, and then you're like, oh, this is hard. And you're like, wait, it's working. So like when I had, contributors saying, yeah, I want to be involved. And then when I realized that my, invitation was too complicated, oh, I messed up. And then you feel a little bit better. And then you're like, what am I even doing with my life? And this is just one day, like I can totally relate to this of just like, this is awesome. This is scary. I'm living my dream. Like, what have I done? And yeah, I think the major lesson is that if you're like, no matter what you're doing, there's always going to be challenges and obstacles. And there's this huge like arrival fallacy that prevents people from even getting started. And so that's what I wanted to share with you, is that don't fool yourself into thinking that you're not ready to do something like this because you're challenged by it, or because you have obstacles, or because it's not easy. Like, you're ready. And also, don't think that just because you have reached a certain level of success that you shouldn't be having obstacles or challenges or, scary moments. There's, at every level of the game, there's always challenges, obstacles, and scary moments. So the sooner that you can just accept and expect it, the better. It feels really good to share that with you, because it's something that I'm continuing to remind myself too. So to be sharing that with you helps reinforce the learning back for me, because this was one of my 3 big lessons of doing my giveaway, right? So this is still some learning that I'm integrating for myself. So thanks for being here to learn it with me. Okay, so those were my 3 big lessons from hosting my giveaway. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing my top 3 mistakes that I made. And the 3rd video will teach you how to know if doing a giveaway is the right next step for you. And what I want you to do is remember that this whole video series is designed to provide wisdom for you to grow your business, whether or not hosting a giveaway is the right next step for you. So I want you to take a moment and think about, how do those 3 lessons impact you? Or like, what are you getting out of those? Number 1, the fortune is in the follow-up. Number 2, what was number 2? Oh my gosh. Number 2, let's go back. Goodness gracious. Oh, paid versions of tools are amazing. Yes. And then number 3, you will face challenges. How do those lessons impact you? How are you going to use them to improve your business? I would love to hear about it. you can always email me, find me on Facebook, Instagram, tell me about it. Or even better, you can book a free strategy session with me and tell me about it over the phone, and ask me any questions that you have about hosting a giveaway. Or we can just even work on what is the one biggest challenge that you have in your business right now, and what are my best recommendations that you can do for free walking away from that call. So thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next 2 videos, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.